In an unprecedented and breathtaking moment, Pope Francis has fulfilled a prophecy that has long intrigued scholars, theologians, and the faithful alike. His recent revelations have stunned the world, shaking the very foundation of the Catholic Church and drawing the attention of millions. This prophecy, known as the voice of the shepherd, predicted a monumental shift in both the Church and the course of human history, an event so profound that it would forever alter how we view faith and the divine order of the universe. For centuries, this ancient prophecy has loomed over the Church, its mystery stirring both hope and trepidation. It foretold a time of turmoil, not just in the world, but within the Church itself. A period of unprecedented upheaval would pave the way for a pope to reveal long-hidden truths so powerful that they would shatter people's established beliefs and redefine their understanding of religion. These revelations would come during a time when the world was facing severe crises, physical, spiritual, and societal. Pope Francis, in his remarkable leadership, has become the figure many believe was foretold. Known for his boldness in tackling global issues, such as climate change, poverty, and inequality, Pope Francis has shown himself to be a catalyst for change. His willingness to address sensitive topics, including those once considered taboo, has set him apart as a leader capable of navigating the Church through this time of great transformation. Many have seen in him the qualities of the prophesied shepherd, a pope who would lead the faithful through profound changes that would touch not just the spiritual realm, but the very structure of the Church itself. His papacy has been marked by calls for humility, compassion, and a deeper connection with the people of God. This has won him the admiration and trust of millions across the globe. Now, with this shocking revelation, Pope Francis has brought the prophecy to life, leaving the world in awe. This momentous declaration, made amidst a period of global crisis, signals a turning point in history. It's not just a spiritual message, it's a call for action, urging the faithful to embrace a new understanding of the world and their place within it. As the Pope's words ripple across the world, the question arises, what does this prophecy fulfilled mean for the future of the Church? Will this be the catalyst for a broader spiritual awakening? The answers to these questions remain to be seen, but one thing is clear. This revelation has already begun to transform hearts, minds, and the very course of history. This moment in time is not just a fulfillment of prophecy. It's an invitation to every believer to renew their commitment to the truth and to embrace the changes that are coming. As the world continues to face uncertainty, the prophetic words of Pope Francis will serve as a beacon, guiding humanity through this spiritual and physical upheaval, leading them toward a future that is both transformative and redemptive. Pope Francis, in a historic moment that has shaken the very foundations of the Catholic Church and the world at large, recently revealed a prophecy that had long been hidden in the depths of Church history. This announcement, made during a special audience, left the global community in awe. The prophecy, which had been safeguarded by the Church for centuries, foretells an event so profound that it will significantly affect both the physical and spiritual realms of humanity. In what has come to be known as the Great Division, Pope Francis shared the chilling vision of a time when humanity would be split into two distinct groups, those who remain steadfast in their spiritual principles and those who are seduced by the forces of materialism, greed, and false promises. The prophecy paints a picture of an impending worldwide crisis, marked by devastating natural calamities and a deep moral and spiritual confusion. This crisis, as predicted, will serve as the backdrop for a growing divide, separating the faithful from those who abandon truth in pursuit of fleeting worldly pleasures. The Great Division, as Pope Francis emphasized, is not just about physical disasters, but a spiritual catastrophe of unprecedented scale. Natural disasters such as severe storms, wildfires, and prolonged droughts will ravage the earth, leading to widespread famine, migration, and suffering. But the greater danger, according to the prophecy, will lie in the crisis of faith, a time when distinguishing truth from falsehood will become exceedingly difficult. During this period of upheaval, deceitful political and spiritual leaders will rise, offering empty promises that will lead many astray, away from the path of righteousness. One of the most alarming aspects of this revelation is the warning about the rise of a counterfeit spiritual leader, a figure who will appear as a savior, but whose true intent will be to mislead the masses and draw them away from God. Pope Francis cautioned the faithful that this figure will be a major force in the spiritual battle ahead, attempting to deceive even the most devout with false doctrines and deceptive teachings. This ominous warning has struck a chord with millions, as people recognize the looming threat of such figures, both within religious institutions and political systems, who manipulate the truth for their own gain. For many, Pope Francis's revelation of the Great Division is seen as a wake-up call, a divine message urging people to reaffirm their faith and spiritual readiness in the face of a world that is increasingly divided and disoriented. His words were a stark reminder that humanity is on the verge of entering a period of extreme hardship, a time when moral clarity will be tested and the true battle will be fought on the spiritual front. In his speech, Pope Francis stressed the importance of being spiritually prepared during this coming time of trial. He urged believers to cling to Christ and resist the temptations of materialism, false promises, and misleading ideologies that will emerge during the crisis. More than ever, he emphasized the need for people to return to the core tenets of their faith, to pray regularly, and to seek spiritual rejuvenation in the face of growing confusion and chaos. The Pope's message echoed the timeless wisdom of the Gospels, that in times of tribulation, our relationship with God must remain at the center of our lives. Pope Francis's revelation also serves as a reminder that spiritual fortitude will be our greatest weapon in the days to come. As the world grapples with environmental disasters, political instability, and social fragmentation, the faithful are being called to choose between following Christ's example or succumbing to the seductions of a world on the brink of collapse. The Pope made it clear that this will be a time of ultimate testing, where the line between truth and deceit will blur, and even the most committed believers will face doubts and challenges. For Pope Francis, this is not just a warning, it's a call to action. He reminded the faithful to be vigilant, to strengthen their relationship with God, and to persevere even when the world around them seems to crumble. In many ways, his prophecy aligns with the words of Jesus in the Gospels, urging believers to be prepared for trials, and to keep watch over their spiritual lives. This revelation has sparked heated debates within both academic and religious communities, with theologians, scholars, and faithful alike attempting to understand its implications. Some view this prophecy as a confirmation of the warnings given by previous mystics and saints, while others see it as a new chapter in the Church's unfolding mission. What is undeniable, however, is the urgency of Pope Francis's message. The time to prepare spiritually is now. The Great Division is not just a future event to anticipate, it is already taking shape. The division between those who live according to God's truth and those who are swayed by the falsehoods of a materialistic world is becoming more pronounced each day. Pope Francis's prophecy reminds us that the spiritual battle we face is just as real and consequential as the physical battles that rage across the globe. In these trying times, the call to prayer, faith, and spiritual vigilance has never been more urgent. As we reflect on this revelation, let us take the Pope's words to heart and commit ourselves to spiritual readiness. The crisis of faith, moral decay, and global instability that we see today are the very conditions predicted in this prophecy. Yet, in the midst of this darkness, we are called to be the light, living according to God's will, staying faithful to the teachings of Christ, and remaining steadfast in prayer. Only then can we hope to endure the trials that lie ahead and navigate the Great Division with unwavering faith. Thank you for joining us today. Please share your thoughts on this profound revelation in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and activate notifications so you can stay updated with the latest insights and spiritual reflections. May we all remain faithful in the face of the challenges to come, trusting in God's love and guidance. The revelations from Pope Francis regarding the current pivotal moment in the Catholic Church's history have sparked significant reflection. For many, this is seen as a crucial time of reformation and spiritual renewal, a call for the Church to return to its core mission of guiding the faithful through increasingly challenging times. This moment is not just about the Church, but about the entire world, as the prophecy touches on both spiritual and physical upheaval that humanity is about to face. Some view the prophecy as a dire warning. The world is on the brink of a profound crisis, marked by both environmental disasters and social unrest. As natural catastrophes ravage the earth and humanity grapples with moral and spiritual decay, Pope Francis' message becomes clear. It's time to act, not just for the health of the planet, but for the well-being of our souls. For those who heed this message, it is a call to protect both the earth and our spiritual future through faith and action. The Pope's revelation is centered on what has been termed the Great Division, a final trial for humanity. This prophecy speaks of a time when each person will be forced to make a life-altering decision, to follow the path of Christ and truth, or to sink into the shadows of materialism, greed, and deception. This division will become the defining moment for humanity, with the faithful receiving divine protection and guidance, while those who choose worldly distractions will fall prey to destruction. Even though the world is facing turmoil on every front, spiritual, natural, and societal, Pope Francis' message offers hope. It's a reminder that we must fortify our faith, remain vigilant, and prepare spiritually for what lies ahead. This moment is not just a warning of what may happen, but a powerful invitation to act, to recommit ourselves to Christ, to grow in spiritual maturity, and to resist the temptations of a world increasingly consumed by disorder and uncertainty. The revelation serves as a clarion call for every believer. The greatest test of our faith is still to come. In the face of darkness, we are urged to stand firm in the light of Christ, to remain steadfast in our beliefs, and to trust that the truth will prevail. This is a time for us to strengthen our faith, recognize the deceit that surrounds us, and prepare ourselves for the spiritual battle ahead. Millions around the globe have found renewed purpose in this message, with a growing emphasis on prayer, spiritual growth, and the need for action. The Great Division is not a prophecy of despair, but one of hope. It assures us that, even amidst the greatest trials, those who stay true to Christ will emerge victorious. Thank you for journeying with me through this powerful message. Your participation and presence in this exploration add depth and significance to the conversation. May the stories and lessons shared here inspire you to prepare spiritually, strengthen your faith, and stand firm in the light of Christ as we face the challenges ahead. Until next time, may you find hope and courage through the words of Pope Francis and the call to spiritual renewal.